Any hits on that list of items I faxed over? Call me the second you hear something, okay? Thanks.
Omar? Jack, did you see Lucy leave?
No.
No?
You sure there's nothing missing from the safe? It looks like the thief was looking for a wallet. Craig.
Yes, it's Craig. Have you seen Lucy? Call me when you see her. Okay? Thank you. She's not at Lucinda's.
She's a teenager, Craig. She could be anywhere.
Jack. You're a detective. Has it occurred to you that whoever kidnapped Rosanna, ransacked this house, may have just grabbed my daughter?
One more time. There's no proof that Rosanna's been kidnapped. There's no ransom note, no sign of struggle.
There's a struggle here, Jack. Huh? So Rosanna just handed the security code to some thug who tied up the housekeeper and may have just grabbed my daughter?
Want to give yourself a stroke? Keep going.
Lucy didn't even know she was in danger, Jack, okay? We should have told her. We should have told her that something terrible may have happened to Rosanna, and whoever did it is probably not finished.
I don't know exactly what happened, but Rosanna is in trouble. My father is a mess. He was trying to hide it from me, but I overheard him talking,
Lucy,
and I knew
it sounds like you're assuming a lot here. Now, don't get upset until we figure out what's happening.
Does anyone really believe that my sister's been kidnapped?
Ask your husband. He was the one who was with my father when I overheard them talking. Anyway, they think that her disappearance could be linked to the break-in.
What break-in?
When did this disappearance happen?
All I know is that while we were away on that college thing, someone broke into Fairwinds and tied up Phyllis and took a lot of valuable things.
Wait. Back up. Where does Rosanna fit into this? When did they decide that she was missing?
Your sister and I had been talking on a daily basis until she fell out of touch, and I was worried about her, so I tried to track her down, and then when I couldn't, I called Jack to have him help me out. But she sent me a telegram.
And nobody thought to tell me about this?
Well, if it had amounted to anything, then absolutely, but she sent me a telegram. She's fine.
Only she isn't. Or at least they're starting to think that way.
And they're at Fairwinds?
No, Carly, I don't think it's a good idea that you should go over there. I mean, they don't even know that I overheard them. You and I should go. And then if we find out anything, we could call you.
Nice try, sweetheart. She's my sister.
Wait, hold on. Carly, I'm coming with you.
But Paul,
Come on.
Sweetness, where did you go? Why don't you answer your phone?
I must have turned it off. I'm sorry.
What are you doing here? When'd you get home?
Is it easier to keep a secret from me when I'm out of town, Jack? Why didn't you tell me my sister is missing?
Because I'm still not sure she is missing, and until we found something concrete, I didn't want to worry you.
So what about the telegram, Jack?
I'm rethinking the telegram, Paul. It's a little convenient.
Like Paul Ryan showing up with my daughter?
Daddy, Paul is Rosanna's friend. I asked him to be here.
Well, now I'll ask him to leave.
I'm not going anywhere until I find out what happened to Rosanna.
Jack, you're a cop, aren't you? This is now trespass.
Would you shut up, please? Rosanna is missing. For God's sake, can you stop sniping at each other and let's figure out a way to find her?
Rosanna was in regular contact with Paul until a few days ago.
And what does that mean?
That means we talked on the phone every day.
Did you get proof, Jack? Did you pull the records?
Rosanna told Paul she was in St. Bart's. I've spoken to the hotel manager. She was there.
But she disappeared.
She checked out of the hotel with no notice. And it seems $1 million was withdrawn from an offshore account on that same day.
Then she was kidnapped.
No, not necessarily, honey. Your sister's been known to move a large sum of money in the past. Maybe she was buying property or investing in art, bolstering Cabot Motors, even.
Then why would she stop calling Paul?
Maybe she finally realized he wasn't her friend after all.
So what about the telegram?
She didn't send it.
Then who did?
A man by the name of DeGrassi. They apparently knew each other. Rosanna was seen in his company leaving the country. The authorities faxed me a security photo showing the two of them together at the airport.
Degrassi.
Yeah, you know him?
Maybe you hired him.
Maybe I what?
Daddy, that's impossible.
No, he was the only one who seemingly knew where Rosanna was.
Oh, so I kidnapped Rosanna and then called Jack to report her missing.
Maybe you were covering your tracks. You had your boy, Degrassi, send a telegram to you.
Why would I kidnap Rosanna?
I don't know. Some reason you've been trying to get at me for a long time. You go after my wife, you go after my daughter.
Daddy, Rosanna didn't leave because of Paul. She left because she was angry at you.
Yeah, well, Rosanna had a breakdown and fled because the Canadian authorities stormed in and took Cabot.
That wasn't Paul's fault.
Is that what you think, Paul? Was it your fault the Canadian cops came to take Cabot? Huh? Why don't we tell Lucy the truth?
We all know why Rosanna left town, Craig, because she lost Cabot.
And why was Cabot taken
Because
so
the
abruptly?
adoption was illegal and his mother wanted him back.
And for the record, Paul has no motive for kidnapping Rosanna. Sticking it to you after Charity left you in a lurch, what sense does that make?
Jack, is there any way that we can trace the bills that Rosanna withdrew from the bank?
It was a wire transfer. We're tracking it. Meanwhile, Rosanna's business card was found outside the house with the code to the security system written on it.
She gave someone the security code to this house?
Looks like it.
Are you saying that she was involved in the burglary?
Honey, I don't know what it all means.
I'd like to have a word with you, if you don't mind. Excuse us, please.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Fine, Lullaby. Thank you for asking. I'm fine. No, you're home safe. Come here. Come here.
So what is it you're not telling me?
Nothing.
Don't tell me nothing. You have a theory, Jack. I know you.
I wish I did. With no ransom note, honey, there's no way to know for sure that Rosanna's been kidnapped. And as far as this break-in and Rosanna handing over the code, it's anybody's guess at this point.
See, Jack, that just doesn't play. Because now you've lied to me, and I don't believe a word out of your mouth.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you what was going on. But to be honest, I still don't know what to make of it.
It's no excuse.
What, if I had come to you, what would you have done?
I certainly wouldn't have left town with Paul and Lucy.
It doesn't make any difference. We didn't know about the break-in until after you already left.
That's not the point, Jack. The point is that you lied to me after we agreed that we would always tell each other the truth. Now, I haven't told you a lie in weeks, and I could have, but I trusted that you would hold up your end of the bargain. Why are you laughing?
You know, I know it's hard. Honesty.
Well, it is. But I'm doing it because we have a deal.
Okay, maybe I didn't want to believe it to be true. It doesn't make sense, honey, any of it. Even with the break-in, my instincts are still telling me that Rosanna's okay. Snyder.
Is it about Rosanna?
Listen, I want you to go back to your grandmother's.
I'm not going anywhere until I find out about Rosanna.
Lucy, I think your father's right. You should be somewhere safe until we figure out what's going on.
Martin! Yeah, it's Craig. Listen, can you come and pick up Lucy at my house and take her back to Lucinda's? Yeah, thank you. And can you call me when you drop her off? Yeah. Thank you, Martin. Okay. You're all set.
You know, I'm not just some package that you can ship off when it's inconvenient.
Lucy, come on. What do you think's that? Come on. I'll walk you out.
You'll call me.
Yes, I will call you when I know anything. Lucy? Lucy?
We just got a hit.
What, somebody tried to fence something from the list?
Several of the items on the list.
Well, what are you waiting for?
They fenced them in New York, Craig. I spoke with Detective McCall in New York. The owner of a pawn shop on the east side reported receiving some of the items on your list.
So we get the next flight to New York.
I can fly us to New York, Jack.
No, you've done enough.
I have an idea. Why don't you guys stay here and fight it out, and I will go to New York and I will find my sister.
Jack, I'm the only one who can identify anything.
Yeah,
like
and that's
this,
why
all right?
you're coming with me, and you two are staying here.
Jack?
Honey, the kids haven't seen you in a couple of days. I promise I will call and let you know what's going on. I'll keep you in the loop, Paul. You need anything before
No,
we take off?
no, let's go. Lock up.
Sometimes I want to strangle my husband.
Yeah, but Jack was right. Craig needs to be there to identify the items that were fenced. But that doesn't mean that you and I can't investigate on our own.
You want to go to New York?
New York's just one angle. And if I know your sister, she's working 3 or 4.